Well, back on the CJ5, turning the CJ6 project, we're going to look at the cylinders today. Pull the spark plugs, look at the cylinders with the little camera, and then get the spark plugs changed out, get the spark plug wires changed out, throw the thermostat out, check that out, throw the carburetor off, get the carburetor tore down, and got a long day today, so let's get to it. So here we got the rebuild kit for the 2-barrel carburetor kit. Doesn't really see, oh, here it is. It's just a Rochester 2 jet. But then it has the, I think it has an electronic choke on the side. And it's supposed to have the info by the fuel inlet to the carburetor. But I've never rebuilt this Rochester before, so I think this is the kit. I also got spark plug wires, a new thermostat, 180-degree thermostat for the Buick, and then some spark plug wires. These are kind of stock for it. I think I have some 666 in it right now, but I think it calls for a little bit cooler than the 6, but the 6 looks pretty good. So let's check out the spark plugs and see how they look. Oh, damn, that just pulled off. Doesn't look too bad on there. Yeah, so I got this off of Amazon, like for 22 bucks or whatever. So this goes onto your iPhone. So it's pretty cheap. Got even a light on there. You can probably see there. I think it even has maybe a side camera. So let's take it over here and look at that. First cylinder on the driver's side. Oh yes, it does a side camera right there. So when you turn the camera, it goes from the side then to the front. So I think I need to take that cylinder down a little bit. Now we got the side view going on. So everything looks pretty good on this first piston on the driver's side towards the front. So that looks good. So shoot it back to the front camera now. Looks pretty good on that first one. So these are the wire kit I got from O'Reilly's. Let's pull the, and this one was beat down on this. Not that one. Looks like that one is the right one. That one's a tinge long. So here's like the stock one for the 231. It says, the one I had in there was a 666. And it's saying this one is a R45 TSX AC Delco. I have to gap them too. I forgot to need to do that. Got some baby crying across the street. Not half a camper. Man, that spark plug was on there. Holy shit fire. Who put that one on there? So there's that one right there. Right there is. Sure did that to begin with. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Let's see what we got going on this one. What the heck's on the edge of this? What is that? Is that junk in the wall or is that the wall? Here. Yeah, moving the piston up and down. You can still see the cross hatches in the piston. But here's that soot on the side. That's the second. On the driver's side. I got number 2 done for now. Got to gap them tomorrow. Let's see, you gotta pull this last one on the driver's side out now. Man, who put these in here, man? Someone had the fist of fury on this thing. Oh. That wasn't very smart, just dropping it. I guess we need to get the depth of this one. And that one's pretty deep already. I think we're already at bottom right there. All right, let's see what we got. And the number 3 piston on the driver's side. So this one looks better than number 2 on the driver's side. Looking face down. Let's hit the side view. Yeah, this one looks a lot better than that second one. Go to the bottom down view again. Yeah, so that one looks pretty good. Throw this spark plug in now. And the weather is not very nice out. Got some lovely rain out today now. It was beautiful out earlier. So I'll head over to the passenger side and check these. That one's not too bad. So we're on the passenger side now, checking the cylinder on the front camera. So here's the back on the passenger side. Hit the side view. but she hasn't been touched in I don't think they've ever been apart, so that's since 1977. I'm sure it hasn't helped for sitting for since 2013. The last time the engine was turned on. Okay, now we're going to hit the second one. I got the second one. There's that one. Not too bad. Okay, we're bottom there. See how that one looks. Now we got the middle passenger side view. Here we got the passenger side view of the middle cylinder. And here's the front facing camera. Looking straight down on the piston. In the middle. That's more of that junk. All the walls look good from where the pistons were sitting at for where it was last used for all those years. The top doesn't look good. But I don't know how it looked before I got it back in the late 80s. I think I probably put it in 89 or 90 maybe. I had the 304 V8 for a while. And I don't know what made me decide. I don't know if we had a dead cylinder or low compression. So like I said, I never checked the pistons before on this thing when I got it back in the late 80s from my best friend. He had the Buick Skyhawk, and I don't know if I had bad compression on my old 304 V8 or what was the reason. I don't know if it was because of fuel economy maybe. But we put pulled up 304. I want to pull this thing off. As you can see, this thing right here, this nut is spinning. I guess we just have to get the grinder in there and do a little bit of TLC. Oh, so the first part's a stud. Oh. That's good to know. Kind of see those exhaust ports a little bit. That one's a little bit cleaner. I think the front one looked the best. Well, I got a lot more room now. Pull that plug off. Now taking off the front passenger spark plug. Oh, that one's pretty good. Okay, now we're back on the front passenger cylinder. Got all the way down. Got the front camera facing the piston. Now let's do the side. So there's the side of that one. So now we got all the spark plugs changed out. Got the new spark plug wires on there. Gotta get those all nice and pretty. And then gotta gap them tomorrow. And now let's next on the list is the thermostat. Where's my thermostat at? Oh, here's our thermostat. I think this should be 180 degree. There it is, info right there. So the thermostat's 1/2 inch, bolts on the front. Sure is tight up here. Tight spot. Figured out the old razor blade. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lanta. Ooh wee. Man. That does not look good. Get out the better flashlight. What is that in there? Well, that's a mystery. I guess we're going to find out. Pull off that, cut that bottom hose right there. That had water in it. Man, that's down and dirty. You can't even see. You can just see one little thing of light through that. Yeah, that thing. That's bad, bad, bad. Gotta go grab the thermostat, see how that looks now. Oh, man. There we go. Give it a little pop. That still strokes a little bit. There's what the hole looks like. Well, not good. Not good at all. Looks like the cylinders did better than the watering system. The water side, obviously, water side's typically always going to look worse, but man, that water pump, man, that's bad. Bad, 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 bad. Pulling off the carb now. Got step one, pull off the spring. Got new throttle cable ordered. Pull off that vacuum tube now. Guess I need to get out the old razor blade. Not a really good spot. The passenger side isn't. I don't know who at Rochester designed the driver's side stuff, but and hopefully someone lost their job 50, 60 years ago. Rochester 2 Jet GM. Okay, I'm gonna get the grinder out. Gonna have to make a special 1/2 inch for this Rochester. Do a custom grind. This is what I call my Rochester custom. This for this one stupid driver's side. This thing's hard to get to. Well, let's see if this works now. Oh yeah. That side works? Oh yeah, look at that. Maybe there's a Rochester 1/2 inch that you have to get. Or maybe back in the 70s, you had a custom 1/2 inch carburetor wrench. But that's what you have to do in 2026. Grind an old wrench down that you got. I can feel it. Jeez. What a pain in my butt. Man. Jeez. I got the carb over here on the bench now. Now start tearing this thing apart and getting her cleaned up now. Get this thing off. Fuel line. This thing's bent up a little bit. Got the spring in there. There's that. So this was a 1 inch. Get this thing off right here. Off this Rochester. Now next, you need to take off this choke, automatic choke, electronic, to get the bolts out on this one. You got 3 retaining clips. You got like a little strip on here that you put 12 volts to when you start the ignition and turn on the car. Heats up this little bimetal strip in here and then turns this up. Should have a little gasket right here. Got your 3 retaining clips. And next we got to pull out the electronic choke. Pull that off. Then got 2 Phillips down here. Hold this thing on to the carburetor. Together over there. So now on the other side, get that off. I get these screws off next. Now we got to pull this pin out. Hopefully I don't lose it. This thing is tiny. Man. Get that off now. Now, pull the top off the carb. I don't know how this thing is going to look after sitting for 13 years. Hopefully I had killed the fuel pump and let the carb run dry. It's usually how I would park it. So you'd have to know where the fuel switch was at to start it up, or else the old Jeep wouldn't be, you'd be having to push it to steal it or what have you. And these things were all looser than a goose, man. These things are just... Been so long since I haven't touched a carb since 1990, I don't think. Oh wow, that is amazing. Yeah, thank the good Lord, I killed the fuel pump. And this thing looks fantastic. Pull this out now. Nice. Next, you want to grab your biggest screwdriver so you can get it on that. Then, smaller screwdriver. Take that out. Man, this thing is really, really nice. Man, I'm just so happy that I had a fuel cutoff switch and I turned it off every time. I guess that gasket's ready to go. It was kind of loose at first, and then not. Come on, maybe Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. And these are tight. The hardest part about the carburetor so far. Oh, screws are the hardest part of the carb so far. A little bit dusty. That thing sure is dirty. Next, we'll pull this thing off. Got a little spring behind here, so be careful. Not too much tension on it. You just don't want it to all the birds are out there singing. Thing's kind of marred up, man. I think it's, I don't know why it's like that. Get that spring out. Get this thing out of there. Now we can get these out of there. in a nice 45-degree angle. Put right down that hole. That's fantastic. Now we hit the venturis. Now the middle. A bit crusted on there. She's out now. See if I can get my... Man, that was not... Get that little retainer out. We got the spring. We should have our little check ball down in there. There we go. And that not easy to get out. Next, you gotta get the 3 Phillips down here to get the base off. Dug deep down here, deeper than an Alabama tick. Can't even see down there. Got those 3. Now we get our adjustment. Oops. Come on, baby. Don't be like that. That gasket on. These do not come out very easy. I guess the other ones didn't either. That's probably the reason why. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Now on to the carb cleaning. That's it for this weekend. See you guys on the next one.